The people don't know how to fight against backstabs. See, it's funny, Fleurs, because I've seen some people that are actually somewhat experienced players as well that don't. Well, it's not that they don't agree with backstabs. It's they feel that Elden Ring is going in a different direction, and that backstabs should not be a centerpiece of the Elden Ring combat. And I think that's a that's a valid opinion. It's not like completely out there to say that. Like, obviously, there's going to be people that just like PvE or don't understand PvP that will say that without really understanding it. But there's some people that actually know and care about PvP that will say will say something along those lines. It's just that even if we go with that mentality of Elden Ring is not pushing for a backstab-centric PvP, if that was the case, Elden Ring would be better off without the backstabs whatsoever, with the way they're implemented now. Because they're so inconsistent to the point where they're a nuisance to Elden Ring right now, as they are right now. Like the people that are advocating for backstabs to not be a big part of Elden Ring combat should at least be advocating for like a Bloodborne type of backstab. Because a Bloodborne type of backstab at least will be reliable and usable in PvP, which I'm not gonna preach for. I think that's a step in the wrong direction to completely eliminate backstab, but it would still be better than what's in place right now for Elden Ring. Now, what I think would be best for the Elden Ring backstab is something that is not necessarily like just taking like a dagger backstab Dark Souls 3 grab. Because I still think that there is a valid point here that you don't want like all these new attacks, like these jumping attacks, to be easily punished by a simple backstab, right? You don't necessarily want that. You still want to give players like just a bit more freedom so that they're not afraid to throw out attacks and to keep the passivity to a minimum. So I do agree with that. My solution for that though is a lot more simple. What I would do, like, if I was, the person in charge here making decisions, I would simply take a slow grab from Dark Souls 3, like, the fist backstab, right? Or any of the ultra backstab. You guys know what I mean, like, for the experienced players. You guys know that the heavy weapon backstab grab or the fist backstab grab is much slower than, say, a dagger or rapier. This is what I would give to Elden Ring, just across the board, give all weapon this type of slow backstab, and just call it a day, really. It doesn't need to be more complicated. Was the glitch you said was returning from Dark Souls 1, something to do with spells? Yeah, for those of you who've played Dark Souls 1, like, you can summon someone while you already casted, say, like, Soul Mass or Affinity, and then the guy that just spawned in your world won't see the Affinity or Soul Mass. And so, like, you can pretty much hit them without them, like, seeing the Soul Mass. It's, like, pretty much desync. And so, you can take advantage of that. That's coming back. And there's also a lot of other, like, Dark Souls 1 glitches, like, not getting your damage on riposte. Like, those are, like, little bugs here and there that needs fixing. One of the big bugs that need fixing is the stun, like... The way the stun works, like, they forgot to implement the safety net for getting stunned that Dark Souls 3 has, where in Dark Souls 3, Mir explained it, like, really well. Like, I'm just gonna pretty much reset what he said. In Dark Souls 3, you have, like, a hit counter, like, after you take a certain amount of hits, the hit counter goes up and up, and after, like, say, four hits, like, you can roll out, like, instantly, pretty much. And so that prevents you from... I thought I hit both. That prevents you from getting stun locked by multiple people. Will that kill? I don't think so, fortunately. I went for a parry there because I was fat rolling because of Lido, so it was not worth it to roll out. Oh, I'm surprised the hose didn't get hit there. Straight sword backswing is disgusting. Yeah, for sure. The base for Elden Ring, it's there. Like, as soon as those little fixes are implemented in the final release, Elden Ring is gonna be freaking amazing. Like, Elden Ring is a huge step in the right direction in so many other ways. It's really just held back by those little things. If it wasn't for those little details, like the backstabs and the stun and, you know, the infinite, and if it wasn't for those things, like, Elden Ring, it just added so many different attacks, and it's gonna make the combat so much more varied than in previous Souls games. Like, you never really could, like, mix up so many things in previous Souls games. Like, that's pretty much what we did. That's pretty much what we did in Dark Souls 3 when we started implementing the neutral swaps. Like, we brought more attacks possible to the table. It's just that Elden Ring implements that properly within the game. Like, in an intuitive way, so that you don't need to be a fucking god like ourselves at PvP to be able to do those things.